Итак, всем привет и доброго времени суток. Продолжаем проходить авул среди нас. Куда это мы приехали? На завод. Точно, мы приехали на завод, чтобы найти скрюченного дядечку. Металлургия Шепарда. Окей. Можно было обследовать машину, изучить ее, но я это делал в прошлой серии. Ну, конечно же, закрыто. Но Кьюшечка, всемогущая Кьюшка в этой игре. Хрена себе. И загрузка. На-на-на-на, ждем. Окей. Интересно, что нас там ждет. Там, в принципе, там можно встретить кого угодно. Больше всего я не хочу там встретить кровавую Мэри. Довольно-таки злая тетя. Шепард Металлургс. Окей. Окей. Так, что делать? Надо подумать. Посылки. Ну давай, что за посылки?
So this is where they've been sending these.
Ну да, ну да. Отсюда они их посылают. Так, что у нас здесь? Заметьте, ну-ка. Я подошел, загорелась лампочка. Ну, странно. Ну. Открываем, что? Открыли двери, что-то включилось. Может, сигнализация. Оба она. Вот и она. Большой и страшный серый волк. Черт. А где? Это с нами говорит кровавая Мэри. Она в одной из серий в нас стреляла серебряными, пулями. И чуть не убила, так сказать. Фотографии. Я так понимаю, это жертва? Да иди ты нафиг. Это... Они за нами... Она за нами следила. Так. Окей, ну в принципе фотки я посмотрел. Больше ничего не надо. Идем дальше. Я так понимаю, у нас будет бой вот с этой дамой, кровавой Мэри. Только где она прячется, узнать бы. Это что за колесо? Какое-то колесо для пыток, да? Тут вроде бы ничего исследовать нельзя. Я уверен, сейчас будет бой с этой кровавой Мэри. Но, блин. Я не хочу. Так. Что у нас тут? Тут вроде бы ничего нету, да? А тут тоже. Что это такое? Это патроны серебряные. Здесь они отливают серебряные патроны. Большой страшный серый волк. Пипец. Ну. Она вообще нас не боится.
I had to take care of some things first.
Little errand boy. That's nice.
Ah, Bigby. I see you made it here in one piece. I do apologize, but I have some business to attend to. I leave you in the capable hands of my associate. Come find me when you've finished, dear.
Don't worry. This won't take long.
Get out of my way now. Don't make this worse.
Aw, he doesn't want to play.
I'm sure you'll persuade him.
Я нажал?
Does that usually work for you? You planning to kill me with your eyeballs? I assume your mother taught you how to fight proper? Or was she too busy fucking whatever breeze drifted through town? Oh, come on! Is that the best you can do?
Кто она, блин, такая? Она вообще нас не боится. Кто она такая? У нас есть вариант, куда бы прыгнуть. То есть направо, либо налево. Так предполагаю, наш персонаж хочет прыгнуть. Господи, он сам куда-то побежал. Я даже выбрать не успел. Вот эта музыка. Ну это интересно, кто она такая, вот эта кровавая Мэри? Волк, иди давай. Волк. То есть наш герой это серый волк. А она это кто? То есть, блин. Она вообще нас не боится. То есть она не боится волка. Она что-то... Так нажимай.
Where are you? Come out and face me.
Что это за хрень? Я что-то не знаю сказок про таких вот тварей. Офигеть, офигеть. Блин. Да что ж такое, дебильная кнопка, давай нажимай. Да, мы уже в образе полностью. Прям как оборотень был. Так это стеклянная вся штука. Ну и так ее еще не... Она еще не одна. Граната бы сейчас не помешала, вот отвечаю. Ну а что делать-то? Воу! Что делать? Волк, ну ты думаешь, что всех осилили? Иди слезь мне нахрен. Вот это прикольно. Давай быстрее, быстрее, быстрее. Опа, ага. Поймать ее. Стеклянные. Офигеть. Это просто ужас. Твою дивизию, блин. У меня уже рука болит. А где настоящий? Я так понимаю, это добром не кончится. Что это такое? Копим суперсилу или чё? А, точно. Это ж серый волк, может дуть. Сильнее может, давай, разбивай нахер. Это настоящий, как понимаю. Что-то мне как-то противно вот на это смотреть. Это, блин, специально сейчас было, что на мышку таки дернул. Офигеть, я не знал, что он может превращаться в такого здорового, блин, волка. А что, теперь с голой жопой, что ли? Окей. Надо же, он успел раздеться, или чё? А скрюченный дядя вообще там в шоке просто. Да я сам в шоке, нифига себе. Здорово, скрюченный.
Hello, Bigby. You look tired.
Give me one good reason not to rip you apart right now.
This gun holds 6 rounds of specially designed. I won't miss next time.
В следующий раз, говорит, я не промахнусь. Окей.
Before you do anything with me, I thought I should point out a few things. Snow White wants you to bring me back to the woodlands, doesn't she? And that's what I want.
Так, сейчас ты имеешь дело
You
со
plan
мной.
to do what she says, don't you?
Snow's not here. You're dealing with me now.
That may be true, but I'd advise against defying your new boss, at least for the time being. You will bring me back alive. Look, all I ask for is the chance to speak for myself in front of the community. And I'm sure Miss White would agree that I should be given a fair trial. Can we at least agree on that? I will have a trial.
The whole town will be calling for your execution. Why would you want me to bring you back there?
Why don't you let me worry about that? Look, there's no reason for us to be at each other's throats here.
That's funny, coming from a guy pointing a gun at my head.
This is just a precaution. I'm sure you understand. I'm no murderer, Mr. Wolf. I didn't kill those women. And I think you know that. All I'm asking for is a chance to explain my side of the story.
Bullshit. I already talked to Georgie. I know you ordered their deaths.
Mr. Porgy is mistaken, I assure you. I'm a businessman, not a killer.
There's still a lot you have to answer for.
And I will, as long as you agree to my terms. Because I'm not saying another word until I'm brought before the community. And I don't think I'm being unreasonable. If you decide to do something stupid,
Это глупо, например, убить меня, то что
you won't get your answers.
ты не
But you
получишь
will have
ответа,
a
зато тебе
difficult time
придется
explaining
объясняться
yourself
перед
to Miss White and
Снежкой
the
и
rest of this
жителями этого
miserable
жалкого
town.
города.
You're often reckless, and I worry you're not
Он в
thinking
окно,
of
что ли,
the...
сиганешь?
Let me ask you an honest question. What do you really care about here? Where this case is concerned, I mean. Do
Ради
you really want
веры,
the truth? Or do you just want to look
все
like the
дело в
hero?
правосудии.
Because those are two very different things.
This is about protecting Fabletown. When some asshole murders 2 of our people, it's my job to bring them down.
Then why are you here? You know who murdered them. Georgie.
Да Джорджи мертв уже.
He's dead, isn't he? My point being, the killer has been dealt with. You've won.
You really think I'm that stupid?
I understand you have an obligation to bring me in, but you can brighten up a little. It's over. So, shall we get going? I'd rather not dawdle.
Окей,
All
пошли.
right, let's go. Hand over the gun.
I think I'd rather hold on to it, if you don't mind. What do you say?
На, вот я думаю.
I'm sure Miss White will be pleased. Such a reliable pup. I
Yeah,
understand
nice.
why she'd want to keep you around.
Отлично.
You're under arrest. You'll be given a trial in front of your peers. And your punishment will follow.
Че это как-то легко и просто, он сдался, то есть он захотел честного суда. Да бред какой-то. То есть он думает, что его оправдают? Да не верю, что-то я. Окей, сейчас посмотрим, что будет дальше.
I know. But we have to do something.
Are you fucking kidding me?
When is this thing
Are
happening?
we sure he's coming?
Yes, you'll have an opportunity to... He's back.
The Crooked Man.
Thank God.
Motherfucker.
Are you okay? It's been hours. We were worried you'd run into some trouble. At the Crooked Man's place.
It's nothing. I'm fine.
I guess you've been worse. You did well, Sheriff. I'm surprised. Not that you did well, but that, you know... I'm just glad you made it back in one piece.
It's about time you showed up. Now throw this asshole down the fucking well.
Yes, what are you waiting for?
You killed Lily!
She was my sister.
Could
What do you have to say for
Where the
yourself?
fuck do you get off?
Poor
You think
girls.
you have the right to
And what
just
about
do this
Faith?
to
What could
people?
they have
You're a
done to
fucking
deserve
crook!
This. You should be
Fucking
ashamed.
shithole.
Everyone? Can I have your attention? Thank you all for coming here on such short notice. I know normally we'd schedule a formal hearing, but considering the circumstances, I thought it best if we do this as soon as possible. The Crooked Man is charged with the murder of
As I
Faith
already
and...
informed your sheriff, it was Mr. Georgie Porgy who killed those women, not me.
What? It was Georgie?
Georgie?
I don't mean to interrupt you, Miss White.
Georgie may have killed them, but you made the call.
Do I have to explain the situation to you again?
Wait a minute. So you're saying Georgie's the motherfucker who killed my sister? Well, where is he?
Yeah, you're gonna bring that shithead in too, aren't you?
Yes, Sheriff. Where is that rotten scoundrel now?
Is he still out there?
Sincerely hope not.
Well, where is he?
Sheriff?
Georgie was a victim of this psycho, too. He was pushed into the whole thing, and now he's dead.
He's... what?
Dead.
Мертв
So you
Джорджи, чё.
see, the culprit has been punished. There's no
That
need
doesn't
for
change
this.
anything. We'll deal with it later, but right now, you're the one I'm concerned with.
You called the shots. Georgie made that perfectly clear.
In which case, you still have a lot to answer for.
I
And
was
I
told
don't...
I would be allowed to speak.
We have to read the rest of the charges.
What other charges?
Let her finish. Then you can have your say.
Got it?
If you insist.
You
Ну,
are
давай.
charged with the murder of Faith and Lily, which Georgie carried out on your order, inciting violence against various members of the Fabletown community, including the attempted murder of Sheriff Bigby Wolf,
Twice.
A misunderstanding.
Дважды.
aiding and providing monetary support for the forced prostitution at the Pudding and Pie. Additionally, you are charged with multiple counts of fraud, extortion, racketeering, and the illegal possession and sale of magical artifacts.
And resisting arrest.
Oh, yes. Now, is there anything you would like to say?
First of all, I had nothing to do with Faith and Lily, so you can strike that one from your little record book.
Во-вторых, что?
Bullshit! Like hell you didn't.
Stop the charade. We know you're
Come on,
involved.
it's obvious.
And there's all the other crap he's done.
The rest of
Нормально.
the charges are more than enough to deserve
We
execution.
all know who you are. We know what you've done.
Just give it up already.
The Crooked Man has committed crimes against this government, and most importantly, its citizens. These charges, if proven, are enough to justify death, upon which your body will be committed to the witching
Where it
well.
fucking belongs!
That's
So
right.
let's get
but
on with
we
it
promised
then.
you a chance to defend yourself. And I won't rob you of that right.
What the
You're
fuck?
really going
This
to
is
let him
about
talk?
justice. If we're ever going to pull ourselves
yeah.
together and make something of this town, we have to start doing things correctly. No more
Да в
snap
колодец его
judgments,
нахер.
no more secrets. We are going to treat everyone fairly, even when they don't deserve it.
Но...
This is ridiculous.
О, согласен, это глупо.
You have the floor.
Давай высказывайся.
Thank you, Miss White. You've all met Georgie. I
Вы все
don't
знаете,
have to
говорит
tell you
Джорджи,
what kind of
мне не
person
нужно
he was.
объяснять, что он за человек.
He was a total scoundrel.
Он был
Lacking in any
бесчувственным
sort of
отморозком,
moral
я
fiber.
нанял
I
его,
hired him
чтобы
as a favor to his family,
сдержать
you see.
обещание.
A promise kept to a dying
Я
mother.
пообещал...
Are you gonna
Ага.
get to your point or what?
Давай
Georgie was
высказывайся.
working for me, yes.
Джорджи
But
работал
he
на
was
меня,
not
но я,
acting
говорит,
on my behalf
приказывал
when he
ему.
killed those
А
women.
не
It was
приказывал
his
ему
business.
убивать.
And for
Мгм.
whatever reason,
Это
I'm
был
sure
его
only he
бизнес, и
could
он
understand, he
непонятно
murdered
по
two of his
какой
most
причине
faithful
убил двух своих
employees.
самых опытных
I
работников.
had nothing to do with it.
Tell
This
the
is such
fucking
bullshit.
truth for
He's
once.
always been a bit of a powder keg.
If you were so offended by it,
Раз ты
why'd
ни
you
при чем,
cover
то
it up
почему ты
then?
скрывал
If it
это?
had nothing to do with you and your shit, then why'd you try to protect him for so
What
long?
cover up? I never
Что,
made
говорит, я
any
скрывал? Я
attempt to
никогда
hide
не
Georgie's
скрывал
criminal
преступления
activity
Джорджа
from you.
от вас.
I learned of it myself
For
only
fuck's
recently.
sake. Any of you actually believe this bullshit?
Holly, please.
Tell them, Bigby. When you finally showed up at my door last night, wasn't I more than helpful? I answered your questions. I was willing to cooperate.
What's he
Меня
talking about?
напали, блин.
Yeah, and your goons attacked me.
Uh-huh.
Did you forget that part?
They get a bit carried away sometimes, it's true. Loyal to the end. They do it because they want to protect me, as I protected them.
По-любому, блин, они
Understand
напали
wanting
на
to
шерифа,
protect what you
ё-моё.
care
Уже
about,
за
don't
это
you?
посадить можно.
You'd do anything. You might even give up an innocent man, just to save someone.
What's he talking about?
Is this going somewhere?
Straight to the point, I
Блин,
see.
что-то
You'll make a
задумался,
fine
ничего не
deputy
нажал.
mayor. Let me explain this to you.
Дайте-ка
My
я вам, говорит,
employees are
объясню.
just
Мои
that,
рабочие — это
hired
наемная
help.
помощь, не более.
I see some of them are here
Некоторых
among
я
you.
даже вижу среди
They are
вас.
not my slaves.
Они не рабы,
They are
они
all
сами
free to make
принимают
their
все
own
решения, как и
decisions,
Джорджи.
as Georgie was.
What about Lily? She wasn't free. She wasn't given a choice. Do you really think she wanted... that any of those girls wanted their lives like that?
I'm sorry, Holly. I'm sorry that your sister asked me for help, and I'm sorry that I decided against my better judgment to give her a distasteful job.
Right, and you kept them in debt so they couldn't leave.
Yeah. That's what you did to us. How you kept us all
You
in
forget
line.
it was not me who put you in that position. You all act like I'm some kind of tyrant. When your government abandoned you, left you poor and helpless, sniveling on street corners.
Господи, ему
I
надо
was
рот
there to look
заткнуть
out
и
for
в
you.
колодец. Колодец — это смертная
Yes,
казнь.
but
Wasn't I?
Мы никого не бросали.
We didn't abandon anyone. We've been trying to help them.
Really? What about Auntie Greenleaf? Her story is not uncommon. She left everything she had back in the homelands. Everything that matters, anyway. With nowhere else to turn, she came to me for help. And what did I do for you?
You got my tree back.
I got her tree back, and in turn we used her magic to help poor Fables get glamours. Because I helped her, she was able to make a living, provide for herself. And what did they do?
They burned my tree to ashes.
What?
Че?
burned it down?
You see?
Why would you do that?
We were wrong. We shouldn't have done that.
Успел?
I stand by our reasons. She was helping Crane and the Crooked Man, but we could have handled the situation better. And I'm sorry for that.
What choice did I have?
It wasn't her fault.
You can lie to yourself, but you can't lie to me. You hated Crane, and you hated him for wanting to fuck
Господи,
you,
чё
and
за
you being too
суд-то
soft to
такой?
notice what he'd do to get it. It had nothing to do with a crooked man.
We've made some mistakes. I've made some mistakes. But believe me, I truly want what's best for this town. And that may not always be clear right away. But I want you all to know that I care deeply about all of you. And so does the sheriff.
Yeah, right.
I can't promise you perfection. No one can. But I can promise to always have your best interests at heart.
Maybe you haven't noticed, but we've been doing all this to protect you. We're trying to stop people like him.
The crooked man's been exploiting you. Exploiting your hope for a better life. You would go to him for help, and he would take that weakness and add it to his strength. And if things didn't fall exactly his way, someone
Он
would
забрал,
die.
короче, Лили
He
и
took Faith and Lily from us.
Веру.
And while we can never get them back, we can certainly punish who's responsible.
Но
They're right.
You're
правило.
all still afraid of him, even now. But you needn't be. His contamination of this town is over. And those girls will have their
Еще
justice.
один. Короче, те, кто становится к нам, те за смертную казнь. И в итоге
Very good.
скрюченный,
Very
сука,
good.
ныряй сам в
The
колодец, а
sentiment is surely
заколебал уж.
appreciated, Miss White. But it doesn't disguise the fact that these accusations are completely unfounded. The sheriff simply doesn't have a particle of evidence linking me to the
Georgie
murders.
was working for you. Bigby got a
A
confession that...
confession that nobody heard. Now, I'm no barrister, but I think such a statement would carry more weight if Bigby weren't the only one to whom Georgie spoke. Especially given Bigby's history.
What are
Чё
you talking
прошлое?
about?
Snow?
So, are we done?
No, we are not done.
Я не успел нажать. Да что ж такое?
What do you mean there's no evidence?
Что значит нет улик?
Maybe he's... I mean, this doesn't feel right, how we're doing this. I just
Of
need...
course it's right. This man tormented all of you for profit. Georgie
Let me
killed
just
them.
make sure I understand you. You're trying to say that I'm responsible for what Georgie did because he was working for me at the time, yes?
Yes.
Of course! Yes, you're responsible.
If I'm to blame for Georgie's mistakes, shouldn't Miss White be held accountable for Bigby's actions as well?
Like what?
How about the way he treated poor Tweedledee when he was in your custody? He was beaten to mashed apples while under your watch.
Under my watch.
Maybe he's right.
Did you think we'd all just let that go?
You can't be serious.
That was different.
What? You think you shouldn't be held accountable?
Snow had nothing to do with it. We all
Надо было
thought
на
she was
бороду
dead.
спихнуться.
Besides, Crane was still deputy mayor when that happened. Right before you decided to kidnap him.
It was for his own protection. Oh, you're right, dear. Crane was in charge. Sometimes it's hard to tell the difference.
That's enough.
So, you won't answer for your employees' behavior, but I must perish for
This
mine.
is completely different.
I
We all...
did not order those two girls dead. It simply never happened. Georgie killed Faith and Lily. End of story. They want to scapegoat me for their own tangled ends, but they refuse to answer for their own
This
crimes.
isn't right.
Oh, please.
This isn't the point.
We'll deal with them after we deal with you.
Listen, I
The
know...
laws apply when we need them to.
Bluebeard, please.
What's that supposed to mean?
That's
I
not
mean, a
true.
certain level of privilege should be afforded to...
To who?
This is how it's always been.
Yes. See, this is exactly to what I'm speaking. We lashed our ropes to this diseased world, and ever since, which one of us has been there for you? Who filled your
Господи,
lives with the promise of more?
Это
Who
не
was
суд, это
there while
абсурд.
they idly played in their towers, judging you, treating you as mindless children, too stupid to command your own destiny? Without me, who will pay your rent when you're on the verge of eviction? Who will dare challenge their brutality when it leaks to our dear citizens? Who will protect you from the big bad
Большого
wolf?
страшного серого.
Who will be the...
Bigby? Miss White?
Что на этот раз?
Excuse me,
I-
dear.
I wanted to make sure I had the chance
Хотела
to
вам
say
говорит
something.
кое-что
Why
рассказать.
don't
Ну
you take a
давай.
moment to catch your breath, little
What's
one?
she doing here?
I'd like to... I need to say
Я бы хотел, мне
something.
надо кое-что
We're
сказать.
kind of in the middle of something.
Bluebeard,
She has something to say, and we're gonna listen.
Давай говори.
Go right ahead.
You probably don't
Ты, наверное,
remember
не
me.
помнишь меня.
I don't know why
Я
I
не
was
знаю, почему, говорит,
afraid to
боялась
come
сюда
here.
прийти.
Just shut up.
Да заткнись ты нафиг.
You enslaved us for
Ты
years.
порабощал нас
Let us hear
годами. Я
stories
расскажу
about
им,
what
что
you
ты
do.
делал.
Told us we
Говорил
would lose
нам,
everything if
что
we
мы
stepped just
потеряем
one toe out
все,
of line.
если,
And we
говорит,
couldn't say a
перестанем
word
это
about it
работать.
because of these damn ribbons. But you know what?
Но знаешь что, теперь
Now it's
моя,
my
говорит,
turn to
очередь
talk.
говорить.
How are you?
I found
Я
Vivian's
нашла
body.
тело Вивиан. И
Did you kill her?
ты убил ее.
Did
Знак
he?
вопроса. Он убил?
Sheriff, this is highly irregular.
Be quiet.
We need to establish some order here.
He might as
Но
well.
можно считать, что ее убил он.
I'm sorry, I don't think I know
Narissa.
Нериса.
My
Меня
name
зовут
is
Нериса.
Narissa.
It's okay, my dear. It's going to be just...
He ordered them dead. This fucker. Faith and Lily.
That's a lie.
I was in the goddamn
Я, говорит,
room when
стояла
he
в
did
долбанной
it. Faith
комнате,
and
когда
Lily
он
are
это сказал.
dead
Вера
because of
и
you.
мертвы из-за
The only
тебя.
two people who ever gave a damn about me. And now I can finally say, you're an asshole. And I hope you rot at the bottom of the witching well
Вот
for
и
what you
подтверждение.
did.
And this just confirms it.
He made Georgie do it.
Он
It was
заставил Джорджи
always him.
убить. И
Georgie
Джорджи
would have
никогда
never
бы не
done
пошел на
anything
такое
without his
без его
say-so.
согласия.
Ever.
You're going to take the word of a
At least
stupid...
5 other girls will back me up on this.
Это
We all
блин.
heard you say it.
Did you now?
Looks like we found our evidence.
She saw it firsthand.
He's guilty.
Ну наконец-то вы, блин, в третий раз согласились. Опять.
So
Он
that's
виновен.
it, right?
Throw him down the
That's true.
witching well. No, that's too fucking easy for a crook like that.
Иди в колодец нахер.
He's gotta
друг.
pay for what he did.
Listen to yourselves!
You're all rats, fleeing
Все
from
вы,
one
говорит,
sinking
крыси.
ship to the
Да
next.
заткнись ты
So
нахер. В
quick to
колодец
latch onto
его.
whatever will keep your
Колодец.
miserable lives afloat. This is how you want to repay all I've done for you.
What, you take 2 people's lives away and now you want mercy?
You know we can't let you go free after this.
What did you expect to happen here? You're getting what you deserve.
Well done, then.
Now, for your sentence.
We
Теперь,
don't
говорит,
have to
переговоры.
become murderers.
What are you talking about?
He's guilty. I know that, but we don't have to kill anybody. We can imprison him. Lock him up forever. Somewhere he can never hurt anyone again.
How can we be sure he won't escape?
I can help. We'll use magic.
That's
I
not
assure
good
you.
enough.
Maybe
There will
she
be
has
more
a point.
if he isn't
Hasn't
stopped.
there been enough
I don't give a
bloodshed
shit.
So we
already?
get rid
It's
of
too
him.
dangerous.
Get him out of here.
We can send him
Everyone,
away.
listen up!
Господи.
Clearly, we're having trouble agreeing on a suitable punishment. So I think
This is going nowhere.
someone needs to make a decision.
Who?
I hope you aren't suggesting yourself.
Why not?
What about a
Давайте
What do you think
проголосуем.
this is?
We should have a vote. Make it democratic.
Do you really think that's going to work?
He's right. Nobody can agree on anything.
What about Bigby?
What about him?
He was appointed. He's the only official representative, really. He should be the judge.
That makes sense to me.
I guess it does.
Okay.
Fine.
Are you sure? This isn't how
It's what the people want, Miss White.
Okay, Mr. Wolf, it's your call.
Snow.
Just do what you think is right.
Охренеть. Голосовать они, короче,
Yes,
отказались.
Sheriff.
Оторвать ему голову,
Do what you
сбросить его,
think is
видимо, на
right.
колодец.
Teach him a
запереть.
fucking lesson.
В колодец
Everyone,
нахер.
I'm
Not this way.
Тваря. Воу-воу-воу-воу. Дружечка. Дожму я ее. Да, сука. Вот она горит.
I hope
Я надеюсь, вы все запомните этот момент.
remember this moment. Think of me when you try to sleep.
Finish it, Sheriff.
Please, we can still.
End it already.
You're
Да
going
иди
to
ты
miss
нахер.
me.
Давай, мужик, прощай.
no. I won't.
For Lily. And Faith.
Yes. Another one of us to erase from the books.
Я надеюсь, на этом все. Господи, суд такой нудный. Вот это, блин. О, горожане просто, я не знаю, туда-сюда метались. То убить, то, блин, освободить. Хрен поймешь, господи. Ну и сюжет. Я в шоке. Роскошные апартаменты, Вудлинс. Днем, ну позже. Я надеюсь, на нас никто не нападет, чтобы там отомстить за скрюченного дядечку.
Oh, hi. Sheriff Bigby. Great to see you. I don't know if you remember me.
I know who you are, Flycatcher.
Я знаю, кто
You've
ты такой,
worked at
говорит,
the
Михалов.
Woodlands for how many years now?
I think I've lost count. Are you gonna come see the truck off? We're leaving for the farm in a few. Thought you might want to. I don't know.
I'll be down in a minute.
Okay, great.
This fucking line.
А чего они все ждут?
Oh, Mr. Wolf? Flycatcher left his keys.
Все в порядке?
Is everything okay? You look...
I'm sorry, Sheriff. I have to take care of this. We'll talk later, okay?
Good morning, Miss White.
You're late.
Я не понял, они что теперь, блин, обиделись за то, что мы сбросили этого мудака в
Someone's gonna
колодец?
see you, Colin.
Даже, блин, свинья и то обиделась на нас. Вот хоряк жирный, блин. Тоже друг мне называется. То есть я предложил проголосовать за способ, как наказать, так сказать, скрюченную дядечку. И что в итоге? Они сказали, что, мол, Волк пускай будет судьей и сам решает.
I'm going. Jesus.
Да иду я, говорит, иду. Лягушка нарушила закон.
Carry me, for fuck's sake. I don't give a shit. You forgot these.
Oh, thank you. It's been pretty busy around here.
Morning, Sheriff. Nice fucking day. Shit. Just go grab that, would you?
Прости.
Sorry about all this. I know this isn't your ideal situation here.
Wait! Sheriff Bigby! I have something.
You know, he was up crying all night, poor kid.
Can you give this to Miss White, please? Dad says there's no time to say goodbye, so... if you could bring it to her, she was nice. So...
Yeah, sure.
I couldn't take them all with me, and she said she liked that one the best. It's a willow beetle. That's a big one. They're cool, because when they're little, they have these pouches that squirt juice at you if you touch them.
That's real nice.
She said it was pretty.
We're about ready to head out.
What's it like at the farm? I've heard ogres live there, and they eat people in their sleep sometimes.
God, I hope not.
Do we have to go? I want to stay here.
Well, we don't have a choice anymore. I'm sorry, TJ, but look on the bright side, okay? There's plenty of space to run around, and a nice river nearby, so you can swim all you want.
Even in daytime?
Yeah, you don't have to worry about the Mondays seeing you. It'll be nice. Come on, it won't be so bad.
Have you been there before?
No, I'm Some of the animals aren't comfortable around wolves.
So you wouldn't know, would you?
We're all set.
Bye, Mr. Wolf.
Goodbye,
Давай,
TJ.
пока. Пока,
Hey,
TJ.
Bigby. Where's your friend, Colin? Where's the fucking pig?
Да
How
откуда мне
should
знать?
I know?
Прям драма.
Saying
Драма так и
goodbye?
прет. Давай прощаться. Еще с одной.
Hi.
Привет.
Hi.
Привет.
You're still wearing that thing.
Oh. Yeah. I guess I am.
Нашел.
It's not easy to forget. I know it seems like I should be able to. It's just...
Я
It's
понимаю.
okay. I get it.
Listen, I came here because I have to tell you something.
Ну давай,
What is it?
рассказывай.
It's about what happened to Faith and Lily.
Ну,
I'm not sure where to start.
ну рассказывай.
Faith,
Вера Лили,
Lily
у
and
меня
I, we had
был
this
план. Мы
plan.
хотели уйти,
We're gonna find
уволиться
a way
из
out.
сладкого
Leave the
десерта.
pudding and pie for good.
Окей.
But then Faith
И тогда
decided
Вера
to get
решила
some
заручиться некоторыми
leverage. She
гарантиями. Она
stole a picture
украла
of Crane and Lily
совместное фото
together.
Крейна и Лили.
The minute Faith stole
Когда
that
Вера украла это
photo,
фото, у
we
нас
had dirt
появился
on one of the crooked man's
компромат на одного
allies.
из
If he
подручных
found
скрытного
out,
дядечки. Если бы он узнал,
I had no
у меня
choice.
не было
You
выбора.
have to
Ты должен
understand.
понять.
You've seen how they kept us quiet in that
Чё?
place. Can you imagine the lengths
просто
they go just
расскажи.
to silence someone who had physical
Что не
evidence?
делай с тем,
Marissa, just
просто
tell me
расскажи,
what
что ты
happened.
сделала.
I freaked out, okay?
Я испугалась, говорит,
I
ясно.
thought if I came clean to
Я подумал,
Georgie,
что
he'd
если
get
я
the crooked
расскажу
man to
все
leave us
о
alone.
Джорджи,
We could just
он
forget the whole
сможет
thing.
убедить скрюченного дядечку
Maybe
оставить нас в
try
покое.
again in a few years.
You
Попробуй.
what?
Ты что?
So I
Я
told
рассказала
him,
ему все. Я
everything.
умоляла его пощадить
and I
нас.
begged for mercy for all of us. I didn't want anyone to die over a picture.
So you sold
Так
them
ты
out.
выдала своих
No.
подруг? Нет, да.
Yes.
Точнее,
Georgie
да.
promised he'd smooth
Джордж
things
обещал
over
все
with the
уладить
crooked
со
man.
скрюченным дядечкой.
But then,
Окей, но потом... Да рассказывай, хрен ли улыбишься. Это она
I
что
don't
ли
know what
виновата?
happened.
Я не знаю,
But
что
that
произошло,
night
но
at
той
the
ночью в
club,
клубе
Georgie
Джорджи
came
пришел и
back
сказал
and told me
мне,
things had changed.
что кое-что
He had to
изменилось.
make an example
Он решил
of us.
наказать
We had
нас, ведь мы
committed
его предали.
treason. And while the
Окей.
two of us
И когда
were
двое из
sitting
нас
there,
сидели
as he
там,
was
когда
telling me
он
this,
рассказывал мне это,
Faith
вошла
walked in,
Вера.
and I had to watch
И
while
мне пришлось
Georgie...
смотреть, как Джорджи...
Wait. So
Да,
Georgie
так все это
told you all
ты
this?
сказала. Джорджи,
Not the
скрюченный
crooked
дядечка.
man?
Ты же
Get the well,
говорила.
you
I
said.
know what I
Я
said.
знаю, что я сказала.
But it wasn't the truth,
Но это
was
ведь
it?
не было правдой.
What does it matter? I
Да
know the
какое это
crooked
имеет
man did
значение?
it.
Я знаю...
So what if it wasn't the whole truth? It was true enough.
Ох. Ладно,
guess,
что сделано, то сделано.
What's done is done.
I know he ordered their
Я
deaths.
знаю, что он
I
приказал
wasn't
их
gonna let him
убить,
get
и я
away
не
with it because
собиралась
of a
позволить ему
stupid
так просто уйти
technicality.
из-за каких-то...
Especially after that night after Faith. I tried to warn Lily, but she wasn't with her scheduled appointment. So I did the only thing I could do. I left Faith's head at your doorstep.
Она еще и голову нам подкинула.
You?
I walked her over here, and I left her, just hoping that maybe if I couldn't save them, could at least save the rest of us.
So that ring in her mouth, that was you?
Yeah, I couldn't think of any other way to get your attention.
So you started all this?
I just pointed you in the right direction. People like us get forgotten all the time. The crooked man was counting on that. When we suffer, we do it in silence, and the world likes it that way. We just fade, like we never existed. I couldn't watch that happen to Faith, or Lily. Nobody cares about us. Not really.
It's going to be different now, I promise. Things like that won't happen anymore. Not while I'm around.
You'll make things right. You and Snow.
I don't know. Seems like no matter what I do, it's just not enough for her, or anyone. I just can't win with these people.
I know it might feel that way, but they need you, Bigby. Both of you. You two make a good team. The way you look out for each other, and look out for us. You don't see that a lot these days.
I don't really know where we stand anymore. Things are just different.
Huh. Things are always different. Look, Bigby. After everything you've done for us, maybe they don't want to admit it, but without you, none of this would have happened. You listened when no one else would. You knew when to show mercy, and you brought justice to this town. Finally. Because you brought the Crooked Man in, everyone saw who he really was. So from where I'm standing, you did the right thing. You've been given this job for a reason. And I left Faith at your doorstep because I knew if anyone stood a chance against the Crooked Man, it was you.
I hope I've at least done some good here.
You've changed this place. For better or worse, Fabletown wouldn't be the same without you.
Окей.
You're not as bad as everyone says you are.
Я так понимаю, это конец
I need
игры.
to tell you something. I have to tell you something.
I feel like we've met before.
You're trying to place me. You like my ribbon? Do you like it?
Faith wore one too.
Would hide her beauty so she could escape his kingdom.
They used to call me the Little
Did
Mermaid.
Dr. Swinehart ever get back to you about Faith?
He said he wanted to run more tests.
I hope you find what you're looking for.
Что-то я не понял.
I'll see you around, Wolf.
Ну, в принципе, вот и конец данной игры. То есть, скрюченную дядечку мы поймали, мы его приговорили, грубо говоря, к смертной казни. Весь город на нас теперь в обиде, я так понимаю, блин. Лягушку и его сына мы из города по закону выгнали, отправили на ферму, потому что по закону он должен был быть в образе человека, а он был в образе лягушки, то есть. А это запрещено. Ну, со скрюченным дядечкой все понятно. Его, я считаю, что правильно сбросили в колодец, то есть смертная казнь. Во-первых, он пытался убить шерифа. Шериф это, блин, закон. Как ни странно, да? Он покушался на его жизнь, то есть, соответственно, это преступление. И нехера тут. Ты еще эти жители, блин, суд это вообще, суд мне просто вынес мозг. Я не знаю, сюжет настолько запутанный, замудренный, что, блин, хрен знает, кому верить, на самом деле. И вот концовку я что-то не совсем понял, вот эта девушка в конце. Все ее диалоги эти, то есть, я что-то не понял как-то. И мы решили за ней пойти, то есть. Она и голову подкинула. Короче, она нас направила на вот этот след. И мы как бы начали вот это дело все расследовать. Как-то так. На мой взгляд, слишком, блин, замудренный сюжет. Да и суд как-то затянулся слишком долго. Мы судили этого скрюченного дядечку. В принципе, сказать мне больше нечего. Игра, в принципе, хорошая. То есть, игра такая, то есть сидишь, нажимаешь на варианты ответа, ну иногда кьюшечку жмешь. Все. Весь геймплей, то есть в основном вы сидите, смотрите кино. Такая вот игра. Ну на этом, в принципе. Всем пока, всем спасибо за просмотр и удачи вам.